Make a really quick video about how to take measurements. Look, it's just the way I do it, so it's not Bible or anything like that. And obviously try do it naked if you can, because obviously then you don't have items of clothing adding or whatever, or changing it. You want to keep it as accurate as possible. But also, if you're getting someone else to take your measurements and then you're taking your measurements, just be honest that it might not be 100% accurate, only because the tightness of how tight they measure compared to how you measure might be slightly off. But just as an example, when you're doing your bust, put the measuring tape around, and for girls, and boys, do it around the nipple area, like the biggest part of your bust. Now with your waist, you need to go to the smallest part of your body around there. Now don't do this, or suck in or anything. Just be normal and then do it to a comfortable position, okay? And now hips measurements is a really, really nice little trick that I personally do, which is where you put your thumb on your waist and you drop your hand down to the side there, okay? Right there. So where your forefinger is, that's your hips. So ready? Waist, drop, forefinger, that's where your hips is. So keep your legs closed and you make sure it's even all the way around, and you do the same thing and you make it comfortable, okay? Now, I do a measurement called the second hip, which is basically to catch a bit of the bum, bit of the upper thigh, and bit of the hip. So what you do is you do the same thing. So you do your hip, put your thumb where the hip is, and do it again. And where your forefinger is down there, that's your second hip. It might catch the very end of your bum, okay? And again, just make sure that it's not, drooping down the bottom and high at the top and that kind of thing as well. Now, you can do your arms and your legs as well, which is a good idea. So what I tend to do, just to make it accurate and I get the same spot every time, is if you go, okay, shoulder bone, down to, okay, I'm looking at, maybe I want to do it around 13 centimeters. So 13 centimeters is here. That's where I want to measure every time. That's just where I want to see. So I would write that down. And then what you do is you bring the tape across at that area and measure across there, okay? And then same thing on the other arm. And I would just do 13 centimeters from this again. And then legs, it's the same thing. So legs, what you need to be doing is you've got your hip bone. Okay, so this is just how I do it. Okay, hip bone. And then I go, okay, that's the biggest part of my leg that I want to measure. That is 16 centimeters from my hip. So I then take the hip around, flatten your leg out, so don't be lifting or anything like that, and then take it around there, okay? And do the same thing for your other leg. So that's just a simple little way of taking measurements, and I hope that helps, guys. Thank you.